Yeah, so here we go. National records, relay mishaps and failed qualifications. That's the name of the game for day number 8 at the 2025 Tokyo World Championships. Welcome back to another Track and Tingz with me, Kareem Bwoyatingz. Now let's get started. Yeah, so here we go. And before we get started, just want to say thank you to our sponsors. First up, Top Bar, where we're actually shooting right now and all these things, located inside Devon's house. You guys can't miss it. They are actually open every week from Tuesday to Sunday. You understand? Big up on yourself. And you guys can also go and follow them at Top Bar Jamaica. And also Domus Windows and Doors, built for security and hurricane resistance. Doors, windows, fencing, and handrails. Located at 16 Chelsea Avenue, Kingston 5. Inside Summit Kingston, Unit 51, Building A. Follow them on socials at Domus Windows JA. Also, Bridge Official. Don't know the shirt and the artist from Bridge. You understand? Because every journey requires a bridge. They're located inside Southdale Plaza in Kingston. And you can follow them on socials at The Bridge Official. And last but not least, Mark's Superstore. Located at Portland Cottage and Lionel Town in Vere, Clarendon, for all your household supplies and appliances. Now, let's get the episode started. To my right, the lone woman. Welcome back. We didn't see her in a while. Tiffany, Wong. Yay!
Yay! Applause, cheers.
And to my left, Mr. Shaqueal O'Neal Benti, founder of Stadium 876. Yay! Yay! I mean, come on, yay! Guys, before we jump into anything, let's just start with the men's 800 meters that we actually saw this morning. 8:22 was the final event of the day. Or lone person in that, obviously, Mr. Navaski Anderson with another national record. Tiff, just take it away, please. When we run, well, he obviously, it was going to be hard for him to medal.
It was.
But we just knew that he was going to do something big, which he did.
He did.
Yes.
Yeah. So in his semifinal, if you would have watched it, you would have known that he ran a national record, 143.76. I said on the space last night, if you're not in the space, what are you really doing?
Right, you guys are missing.
In the space last night, I said it would be hard for him to medal, but once he executes his race, there will be another national record. I actually went on the record and said 142.5, and he ran 142.76. Shaving a whole second off of the national record again. Now, Navaski is a fighter, and I know Tyrese Taylor, although he didn't make the final, he was the national record holder before before Navaski broke it 2 times. So 800 meter competition.
Well, let us pause there because Navaski was the record holder first, and then Tyrese going to take it, and then Navaski go back to it again.
I love the battle that the 800 is having, and then not only just between those 2 men. Remember, we have some people where in INCs.
Even Tyrese Roden.
Okay, Tyrese Roden. We have Kimar Farquharson.
Yes.
We have enough people where come up, and they are of the high caliber that they can run 140s, 141s, 142. But back to Mr. Navaski Anderson, I'm going to have to say Mr. because I put respect on the man's name. Listen, you stayed with the pack. Like, the man stayed with the pack, you know. Because I literally sit down and I said, boy, Navaski, please. I never want the pack run left you, but I never want you go all out and could. But you ran a race that, you know, everybody, we know your name, but we know your name, you know. So hats off to you. And thank you for flying the flag. But 800 meter, first man for make the finals from Jamaica, he's a big deal.
He is he is a huge deal. And you know, Navaski, every interview that he would have been in, he would have said, hey, I just want to show that Jamaica, we do have competent, we have big 800 meter runners as well. We're good in the middle distances. And he absolutely showed that. You know, in his post-race interview for today, he said, I didn't rob myself from the opportunity to win or even medal. I love that thinking there. He said, I just want to show the world that, listen, we can be competitive in the middle distances as well. Bear in mind, when Navaski was leaving high school, he left running 1.158.
Yeah.
And now, just a couple of years, 142, God, man, big.
To go even faster. I mean, he does have it in his legs to go even faster.
All of his top 6 times were done this year. 7 times were done this year. For me, as a national record holder, I have no words. I really don't have no words. 142, we would pray for times like this.
Yeah.
And to see that he's still young, he's leading the charge, he's waving that flag, he is doing it. To drop to 142, Benti. If somebody did tell me this 5 years ago that we would have had a Jamaican man to go sub 143, I would say not for now. Benti, thoughts? Navaske Anderson, the big man of the day.
People's champion. I think he just won over the people again. I mentioned it yesterday how much Tyrese Taylor and him will be a factor in terms of pushing each other and pushing what the 800-meter will be for Jamaica for years to come. I just think that naturally, Navaske Anderson, by virtue of going through the NCAA circuit, so naturally Jamaica isn't a strong 800-meter country. But what we do have is the opportunity to go abroad now and get that exposure by going onto those circuits and competing against the better, the countries that are better in the 800-meter. And that's just the type of thing. You see other countries adopt that model. Think of a Julian Alfred who got her start here at the Boys and Girls Championship because there are more events and people who are world beaters in the 100 and the 200 here locally. So you think of that and you look at models that we can institute as the J3A, as the Olympic Association, what we can use to push our country further and, stop losing our athletes.
Yeah, man. Big performance. Highlight of the day for me, bar none. So we can kind of take it back now to the events that we saw last night, right? We would have seen the qualifications and we would have spoken about this also in the space. So Tiff, just tell me, we had some field events to qualify for. We qualified for none.
Yeah. I mean, when you put it that way, it's all kind of hard, but the truth. So I'll start with the discus throw for men. We had not one, not two, but 3 men.
Love that for us though.
3 men, okay? All failed to qualify. Chad Wright was overall champion of the Jamaicans, I would say, coming 19th with a throw of 62.87. Then we had Frederick Dakers, 28th, 60.54, and Ralford Mullin, 35th, 56.82. None of them made it to the final, as we said. But, it's just nice to see that we had 3 men.
Yes.
And there are more coming. There's a whole crop of discus throwers. If you watch Boys and Girls Champs, you know how competitive the discus throw is. Not only in class 1, class 2, all the way down. It's very competitive, very competitive. So I'm excited to see. But just a little touch back on the discus throw for men before the final, because we do have some big names. Last year, you would have seen, not last year, Budapest 2023, you would have seen Daniel Stahl from Sweden winning a championship record at 71.46.
It's part of the big 3 for me.
He is Czech of Slovakia with silver, and Mikolas Alekna of Lithuania, he had the bronze. Now, Mikolas, in 2025 of April, threw the world record, 75.56.
That's my big 3.
Okay. Yeah. And then Christian Che, in May, he threw 72.36. So you have 2 men who threw this year, not even that long ago, throwing better than the winner of, So, big things.
It is going to be pretty competitive. Pretty competitive.
It's going to be. I have Alekna as my winner. Okay. Just because I know that the Budapest bronze, the Budapest bronze wasn't his best. Yeah. So I know he might come. But Stahl is a competitor. Yeah. You can't ever count him out.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not watching that discus throw. I am very salty, and that's just that. And if you don't want chew me and nyam me and kill me, but just not gonna watch it. I will see the results after, because I still have tears in my tear duct as we speak. For the 3 Jamaican men, obviously I thought that, and what I've said it yesterday, I was seeing 2 with a big Q, 1 with a small Q, and the funny thing is with Chad Wright, throwing the furthest, right? I had him folded to Q because his season's best, not the best of seasons for him, season's best 62.92, and coming in, that's a 62nd furthest throw, right? Coming into the championship. So for me, he maybe just get a little cue. Ralford Mullins, what a season it has been for you. And I hope that you're not disappointed. The #1 Jamaican this year, the national record holder this year, 72.01. He had the 4th furthest throw coming into the championship. I thought that he would have had a big cue, but again, it's been such a long season for him, and I sure do hope that he is proud and proud and proud. He was the NCAA outdoor champion, right? Then him sets a bomb and go some Diamond League.
No, yeah.
Everybody
literally look and say, who is this little boy?
Who is this young one?
Who is this little boy?
And for me, I sure do hope that, he is just happy. But for me, the NCAA champion. So for me, it's a big season, and I hope that he doesn't feel as if that he didn't represent his country because he's been doing it all season. And we just know, say, you're going to make big things. Frederick Dakers, obviously, what can I say? As Benti call him, El Capitano?
El Capitan.
El Capitan.
El Capitan.
For me, I just thought experience would have brought in there. He would have expressed though in his post interview that 3 days ago in training he did a fire, which means he was doing some amazing throws, and then he picked up an injury. And he's just like, yes, I'm disappointed, but you know what? A God plan. And if God is saying not right now, then it's just not right now. He also gave props to the crop of men coming up as well. He spoke about Chad Wright, spoke about Ralford, and I just love what we're seeing for the field events.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think kudos to Frederick. He shows why he's the captain. Yeah. I don't think this was the first time he received the captaincy, but he shows why, and he's actually, you saw him give kudos to the young people coming up. And that's just the type of person Frederick is to those young people coming up in the discus, in the throws overall. Frederick was that person who put them on the map, so to speak, for the world championship. And you see when he interacts with them, just the vibe he brings and just the fun he's having and just the support he can give. So I know he's a bit disappointed to probably not be in the final round, but hey, it was a tumultuous year for him. So I can just only imagine. And for the other two gentlemen, hey, come on. For Chad Wright specifically, we counted him out, so to speak, saying he would have had the harder time to qualify for the final, and he had the best throw. So it just shows you how unpredictable the throws are and how great probably Chad Wright is, and how on any day somebody who shows up can just give their best performance and take it to the top. So we don't have anything to worry about. Three gentlemen into the World Championship. So yeah, we're really in good shape.
And I just want to also remind you guys that the only medal that we've gotten at the World Championships in the men's discus is from the captain, Frederick Dakers, in 2019, Doha, Qatar, when he got that silver medal. And then obviously last year we would have gotten Olympic gold. Love that for us. Right, today, this morning, the women's shot put. You want to just quickly tell us what happened? No, you don't want to talk about that either.
We had one lone soldier, one lone woman, Lordrika Cameron. She placed 16th with a throw of 17.77. But, representation matters. I know we're used to seeing Danielle Thomas-Dodd, but this was, for some, a new face. If you watch Champs, she would not be a new face. But, yeah. But the final, actually, to me, was an upset because everybody had Chase Jackson of USA winning because, she was the world leader. Well, she still is. It was with 20.95 that she did in June. But she got beat by Jessica Schneider from the Netherlands. And then Madison Lee of New Zealand equaled her PB to get bronze. But we're coming in the shot puts. Danielle Thomas-Dodd is not there, but we have someone else. So imagine when everybody fits and everybody together, we're gonna mark my words. You see next World Champs, three in at the final. 3 women
in the... Okay, love that. Yeah, love that. Quick and short for me, she's been representing us. This is not her first global championships. She's been at the Olympics. She's been at the World Championships in 2022, which would have meant that was Eugene. Lajika, just thank you so much for waving the flag. Thank you so much for showing young girls that it is okay to not be a track athlete, right? And just thank you for, again, representation matters. And to big up yourself, kudos to you.
Can't say nothing after that. I agree with what Kareem says. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, today we saw some relays. I think, you weren't in the space last night, so I'll start with Benti first. You did say though on the video, but hold on. When you step on the video, you said you're not even wake up and watch it.
So I have a Baton in my car feed, demonstrate how the Baton thing works, but Let's go. What's the question? What's the question? Let's get the question.
The men, you know what? Let us start with the men's 4x4 first,
Okay.
please. Yeah, I never saw that race. That was the only one that I actually missed, but they did qualify with a Uko Q. Not a little, a Uko Q. They were actually fifth in their heat, 2:59.13. Bovell McPherson, Javon Powell, Joshana Dennis, Delano Kennedy. And it's now the fifth fastest time going into the final. Your thoughts about the men, and would you change any of the legs and who you are bringing in?
I believe it was the second leg. I think I was a bit concerned on that, but would I bring in anybody? I just have to, there's anybody I have to bring in, it's
Big boy.
Big Boy. It's the man himself. And it's just about his readiness. I know he had a bit of cramps and all that sort of stuff, but definitely Big Boy has something to do. That's a 44 right there you can add to a leg, because Delano Kennedy, I believe, ran the fastest split with 44 to take us home. And that ended up letting us get the fifth fastest time on that little queue. For me,
Actually, Javon Powell had the fastest split, no?
Javon Powell had the fastest, and
On the second
and
leg.
then Delano. Okay.
And then Delano.
So it was the third leg.
Okay, yeah.
I think Bovell, the first leg is always going to be the slowest. You have
Yes.
to think of it that you're going to run a little bit more of a distance. And I think Bovell had a bit of a long season, and of course,
Yes.
he ran two rounds of the 400 meters. So he had, a bit of tired legs. So I'd say if anything, Big Boy has to come in. I don't know who's going to make way. That's up for the technical team and technical staff to do. I don't know if that's Maurice Smith and all of them, but them have to do for them business. Me have to do my analytical business, but Big Boy have to be on that 4x4 team so that we can go and grab a medal, because I never expected them to get a medal before, but I need a medal to make up for what you go ask me.
For me, yes, I think we could carry in two persons. I don't know for whom, because again, Javon Powell on leg number 2 would have had the fastest split of all 4 men, and Delano Kennedy would have been next, 44.39. So what I'm saying is, I think Zanjan Barnes is such a fantastic 4x4 runner. Zanjan Barnes is on any relay for me, especially after last year, trying. Javon Powell also last year, he make himself available after a long NC circuit. So last year, yes, but those are men who I think Javon Powell runs a lot of 4x4s on the NC circuit. I say those two, but to come in for me, Zanjan Barnes and Rasheen McDonald. And I think the newfound confidence with Rasheen McDonald, put him on the ankle leg, man, can run down some boy, man.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, and I'm saying, I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking maybe a Powell to start, to a Zandrian, to a Kennedy, to a Big Boy.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that team works. Just because of the run that I saw Delano put down today. Like the man said, listen, we have to get a little queue. We have to get a little queue. The top 3 gone, but listen, he ran, okay?
Yes.
And for him to be
That's
such
hard.
he's a youngster, and the man said, listen, you put me on this team for qualify, and that me I could do. And that's what he did. So I feel like he's earned that spot to say, listen, I have heart, I have fight, and me get the little queue for now put me in the final. So, but definitely, Zandrian Barnes has to come in. Yeah, he just has to come in. And I don't, Powell with the fastest split, he has to stay, not true? And everybody about for Big Boy. Big Boy can run off the trip and the anchor and just, upset some people. So we'll see what the management decides, because, we can talk to our vice versa and no gusto. Yes. But I'm excited for them.
We saw so before that, let me just give you guys some update. The women's 4x4, for the men's 4x4, that was heat number 1. The United States of America would have finished in, 6th in 3:01:06. They were disqualified. It was announced that they are not going to be in the final, but it is somewhat reinstated. Kenya in that race would have finished 4th in 3 minutes, 76 seconds, right? So a little bit update. This is going to be a rerun, right? So Kenya and Big Foreign, United States of America, which I need in that final, by the way. United States of America and Kenya, they're going to go head for head, right? Because apparently they were affected by Zambia. Yeah. And they're saying that both teams did not qualify by place or time. Therefore, a rerun for one place in the final has to be done. The time of the rerun is going to be decided. So by the time this comes up, more than likely, it will be it has happened. But for me, it has to be, by the way, the same team members, the same lanes, same legs, every single thing. But USA is in that final. Fly high, fly low, tic-tac-toe, XOXO. You understand? The USA and Botswana in that final there tomorrow. I am telling you, the world record is gone. Gone. And I don't think it's going to be by the current world record holders, which is the USA. I think that world record will be gone because bear in mind, them two 400-meter runners for Botswana were not in that final. They were 257.
That is true.
In that semi.
But hear me out, right? Kenya and USA were in the same heats, right? With the same impediment from Zambia. Mm-hmm. And USA still come 6th and Kenya still come 4th. I am just saying. I am just saying, Kareem, that the man them run and the man them beat them.
Vernon Norwood, who is going to be in the final for the USA team, yes, he's going home with a medal. Christopher Bailey is going home with a medal. Yes? Ja'Cory Patterson is going home with a medal, who's going to come into the final as well.
How much
USA, they must support the whole team at this point. You understand? Bryce Deadman have to come out of that team there. By far. Yeah. The Smith man have to come out of that team there. Coach, put me in the game. Let me coach that team. Because they are getting a medal, and it's going to be down to the wire. Botswana and the United States of America. Mark my words. Kareem Bwoyatingz Weather said that. I'm not asking.
Fly high. Fly low. Tic tac toe. XO. US I go home. No.
Well,
anyways, yeah.
I personally love when history is created. Yes. It would have been the first time the USA would not have been in the final. Yes. I love history, so I wouldn't mind if history could be created and USA don't. I'm an ethical hater. So yeah. I wouldn't mind if they're not there. I don't think you want them there for the push to see.
I just want them there, period.
Oh, you just want them there. Oh, me, I don't think Botswana need that push. You get me? I say, and if the USA out, fine, whoop-de-doo. We all right.
It's not fine to be the best. You have to beat the best.
And that's fine. It's not beat.
Because hold on. I wasn't even thinking. Remember, them can't even carry Ray Benjamin to which they are going to be carrying Ray Benjamin.
They have depth.
And that's why I don't know why they never did use the depth, some of the depth from the heat.
And they wouldn't even be in this.
Vernon should have been on that second leg, bro.
They wouldn't have been in this situation.
Well, hopefully they don't make it.
Okay.
And then we go to the final.
So can I get a medal?
Final and we get a medal. Barring anything still, put in Big Boy. I believe we're getting a medal. Big Boy is leaving there with something.
I'm leaving there with something.
Big Boy is leaving there with something. Me think he deserves it. I think he deserves it.
Okay.
So Big Boy deserves a medal, and I think he can get a medal. And yes, Botswana, the goal.
By the way, we have such a rich history in the 4x4s. The last time we won a medal, 2022 in Eugene, that was a silver. Akeem Bloomfield, Nathan Allen, Javon Powell, and Kobe Taylor. And they're not putting Kobe. No. And the first 1991, that was a bronze medal.
A madman management over there.
They're not putting Kobe. No.
Madman management.
Me not ask, I could have madman management or not.
Then all right. Then suppose we wake up tomorrow morning and on a see Kobe Taylor on it.
That name my shoes.
Them not do that.
Well, Kareem have name.
Them not do that. No.
But
absolutely
not.
No.
Sure.
I would like it, but they won't be doing that. For reasons that we're going to discuss off camera, but they're not doing that. I'm not asking. Anyways, we saw the women's 4x4 next. I'm so impressed. That one I saw live, actually. Jamaica. We have the second fastest time going into the final. It was a world lead before USA come scratch it from me. Dejanay Oakley, 50.54. Stacey Ann Williams, 50.17. Renisha McGregor, 52.42. Nikisha Price, 49.64 to 322.74. Yes. The second fastest going in, and I expect a change. To be honest, that's just it for me. I do think they can get a medal for sure.
Yeah, so yesterday on the space you would
Well,
have
not for sure. Hopefully.
yesterday on the space you had asked, and when they kind of said, I'm not sure. Only because I was thinking about the rounds that these ladies have run already on their legs. Dijane, and so and I said on the space, I'm going to say it here because my back broad and my chest big. I said, I don't see them, but I would love if them can box me in my face and tell me some chat too much. And that they did with our lead. Excuse me, please. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I see one change. I see one change, and hopefully, yes.
But the change of Amnan, that's just that.
No, it has to.
Oh?
If it doesn't, then
When you just don't want to medal.
come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
So we're not talking of parables.
We're not talking about parables.
Who is the change?
I do think Renisha McGregor had the slowest leg. 52 is not acceptable at this stage when we're going to have Netherlands, when we're going to have the United States of America.
Sydney.
And obviously US going to bring in Sydney as well. If we want to be, and Renisha, thank you so much for your services. You qualified us to the next round. You'll be getting a medal whether or not you run in the final, but just not this final. Perhaps the next 2 years. But she should be off the team.
I like that. I just don't like the parables. I don't like the parables. Sometimes I like when the people them know exactly what we are talking about.
Who would you take out of the team, if anybody?
I mean, if anybody has to come out, it has to be Renisha McGregor.
Who are we put in?
Who are you going to put in is also a very good question. Are we going to go for a 400-meter hurdler?
Who do we have there?
Are we going to... Because
Cheyenne.
I've seen Cheyenne run a damn good 400 meter.
Okay.
Hi, Cheyenne. So, you know what it is, but I mean, it depends on who we want to use.
Yes.
I don't know for sure.
Right, so you're saying Renisha out, but who would you put in? Based on this list, Leah Anderson is there, Nikisha Price is already on the team, Stacey Williams already on the team, Dejani Oakley already on the team. So we only have Leah Anderson, Renisha McGregor, or we can go with one of the 400-meter hurdlers, Cheyenne Salmon.
Hi, Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Cheyenne can go on the 4x400 meter team. If there's any change to be made, I think she could do it. Mm-hmm. You don't know what's happening over there. They could be convincing anybody. I don't know. Maybe you have insider information that a former 400 meter runner who is of that caliber, who has
If she was in shape, she would have.
That could possibly do it. But I mean, Cheyenne Salmon is a good, viable option.
Yes.
If needs be to, the change. And we don't know what happened with Renisha because Renisha is far better than that.
Far better than that.
So maybe Renisha just had a bad go around this time. The girl them talk to her and say, Renisha, come no man, we know you.
Maybe just put it together.
Yeah, and she just put it together and I don't think we need to worry because we have a Nikisha Price.
That is true. That is true. Well, we do have a rich history in the 4x4 for women. 11 medals based on my count. I could be wrong. And our first gold medal, 2001 in Edmonton, Canada. Sandy Richards, Catherine Scott, Debbie Ann Paris, Lauren Fenton. Such a massive team. Yeah. What's the last one that we got a medal for? I really can't remember. Oh, 2023. Budapest for silver. Yeah, with Candice McLeod, Genevieve Russell, Nikisha Price, Stacey Ann Williams.
See, we have
Cheyenne
two
and
out of the
Shaqueal
two.
them
There
did
you go.
on the reserve as well. They ran in the heat.
So think about that. So you have 3 out of the...
So question though, do you guys think they're going to medal on which color? Yes or no? Tell me the color.
Yeah, I have us medaling.
If we do medal, it may
Yes
be
or no? Tell me the color.
Yes,
Yes,
I have
bronze.
us medaling bronze.
Yes.
Bronze. Tiff?
Yeah,
okay.
bronze.
Okay, love that for us. Now let's move on. 4x1 for men. Heat 1, Jamaica. Akeem Blake, Oblique Seville, Raheem Ford, past JC man, and Kishane Thompson. I feel like we must have just done a relay practice, if I still be the case. Because we've been hearing that they've been doing a lot of practice, everything has been going great. Meta just don't practice. I don't know what happened, and I just feel like Kishane, I wonder if Kishane passed for the year with a bat in them and crossing the line. Everything else has just been disastrous for us. Don't know what's been happening. Before we even, and quickly, because I don't even want to dwell upon this, for me, they were obviously on my podium. Disappointed. Between the third leg, Raheem Ford, and the exchange to Kishane Thompson, it was just all over the place. But even before that, we were barely in the race.
Yeah.
All the exchanges were just not up to standard, not up to par. And it would have taken, obviously Kishane can run on any boy, but it would have been a lot of work and we shouldn't have been in that predicament. And I feel like because they were trying to catch up time, that mishap happened. Disappointment. That's just how it goes. It's track and field. It's 4x1. Benti, thoughts?
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is a baton, right? And in order for us to place, the baton must go around. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an exchange zone. We must exchange the baton. Let me go again. This is the baton in the exchange zone. And it seems to me that we just cannot get that correctly. We heard conversation of Brian Lavelle not being able to come onto that team because he hasn't made himself available for practice. If this is the result of practice, it's like when I'm studying for my tests. It don't really make no sense. I'll be quite honest with you, I'm quite disappointed. Not disappointed in the sense that, oh, Shaqueal Benti come and do better. No, I'm not say I'm not a 9.7 or whatever runner, but come on, gentlemen, we have to be able to get the baton around. We're going from world record talks to not being able to medal at all in the race. And I said I wasn't going to watch the relays. I really wasn't going to watch the relays. I get up and I go run. I go run 3K. I say, okay, let me turn on the race. To see that all exchanges, as you said, Kareem, weren't
So you had a problem then?
No.
Because you never done watch the race. They watch the race and the man did not qualify.
No, but guess what now? No? You're probably right. So I apologize
You had
for
a
that.
problem.
Jamaica,
Benti.
it's my fault.
When the Seaman stone him.
But truth be told, we have to get the order right. When I saw that list, I was like, okay, we're just going for it because our heat was really strong, so we needed to do that. But you see what experience and synergy, that is the word, ladies and gentlemen. Synergy has a lot to do with the relay. If your synergy is off, you won't do well in the relay. And you can see it, Canada versus everybody else. Because even the US exchange wasn't so well. But the one team that got it right and consistently get it right is the Canadian national team. And it shows in the way they operate. They're willing to die for each other in order to get that baton around. They will take somebody's hand and put the baton in the youth hand and say, go on. And if we don't have that, we cannot medal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ghana has the fastest time going into the final, 37.79, which is a national record. Canada, they say it. Every time they go on the track, they think to themselves, this is going to be our final time together as a quartet. Second fastest time, United States, number 4. Tiff, just quickly, men's 4x1.
I don't want to talk about it, guys.
And gentlemen, thank you for representing the country.
All you do.
Like, let me just say that because we don't want to think say we're bashing. It's just that we really, in our minds, y'all were going
It's
to be.
event frustration and not personal.
Yeah.
It's not personal frustration. It's just that we know say uno belong on the podium.
Yes.
I did for no gold medal,
Yes.
and it's like uno have the gold medal around the neck, and uno see somebody less fortunate and say, you know what, you will take it. But what I do not like though, I don't want to see anybody bashing any one person.
No, please.
A relay is for people,
Yes,
and
please.
yes, mishaps happen, and people are gonna talk about A, B, C, and D. But guess what? If the stick did go around, the stick would have go around, and I just saw it go. Maybe sometimes you don't run that leg that you love to run so much. Maybe you let somebody else run it for a change. Maybe the stick will go around better, as Benti says. The baton have to go around for you to secure a place, and unfortunately, ours did not. I just our time to feel how the US did feel all them years. Like every year, the baton drop out. That's our year, and that's how it go.
So then, the last time we would have medaled in the men's 4x1 at the World Championships is
Budapest 2023. We
Yes.
got the bronze medal. That team was Akeem Blake, Oblique Seville, Raheem Ford, and Rohan Watson.
3 out of the 4 men who ran today.
I believe Rohan was national champion at that time.
Crazy, but just so it go, the women's 4x1, Jodine Williams, Tina Clayton, Janelle Smith, a great showing, the second fastest time going in, 41.80, United States 41.60 with a world lead, the fastest time. Quickly, are we taking off anyone, and also do we see a medal?
Well, yes, I see a medal. I want Shelly-Ann on the relay just because she is Shelly-Ann, and I feel like this, her last race, she deserves something. The only person that I would take off in that case would be Janelle. If Sherika, I don't know her fitness level, so I'm gonna know if she up to it. If she was, then obviously she would be on my team. But just because of the unsurety with Sherika, me and Jodine yam the first leg like I rent the home.
So it's Jodine to
Same.
Tia to
Tina
to Shelly. Okay. And do you see a medal?
Yeah, definitely.
Which
If we play our cards right, it could be a goal. But I mean, the US are gonna have Melissa,
Okay.
depending. Yeah.
Benti, their performance, were you pleased? Give me your 4 legs and the medal prospect, medal color.
Performance, I was actually very much pleased.
Loved it.
Like really good exchanges. You could see the synergy. You could see the synergy on the team, and that really helped them with getting the Baton around, and that's the main thing for me, getting the Baton around. So I'm pleased, happy to see them season's best. Yeah, definitely really good stuff in the 4x1. If you're asking me my team, I think 2 people come in. I want Shericka Jackson to run. I absolutely want Shericka Jackson to run, and if she's up to it, I think a big part of the relay, and it's something I wanted to mention in the 4x4 as well too, is that you have to understand where you are as an athlete. And it takes a big person to say, oh, I'm not there right now, let this man run, this person or this woman run, because they're going to give us the best time and we're going to get the medal from that. And I can appreciate that fact. But for me, I still want Shericka to come in. If Shericka comes in, that poses something for me in terms of where we're going to order them. But I think it goes, if Shelly wants to give us the start, I'd say Shelly, Tia, Shericka, Tina.
Okay, love that order. That was one of my orders. But for me, quickly, ladies did fantastically great. I would say Shericka, based on we saw her on a start leg in this season, and it was great. So I would still keep Tia because TT Terry is a relay athlete, and she will be on that second leg. I cannot see the USA changing her on that leg. That's just me. That is my team.
I'm just thinking if are they
Melissa,
going to
but them can't go
sacrifice her?
them can't go put
Are they
TT
going to
nowhere else.
sacrifice Kayla White for Melissa and leave TT?
I think they're going to leave TT.
Or would they put a
And
Melissa
bear in
or a
mind,
Shakari
that
on the
USA
backstretch,
team,
leave
them
Kayla
not-
and
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. But if the team remains now, obviously Melissa is coming in. I would say Melissa will be on the third leg. They will figure it out because they're all from one camp. I'm not really business about that. But for me, if the team remains as it is right now, I want somebody who, because TT Terry and Amy Hunt will be on that second leg. I want somebody who I know that can keep up. That is Tia or Tina Clayton for me. And the only reason I would have put Tia Clayton on my third leg, because I'm not sure if the injury that she had earlier can allow her to run the curve. So for me, Shericka, Tia, Tina, Shelly and Fraser Price, they're on my podium. For sure. And that's just that, yeah? The USA is a very strong team, but any card can play. You understand? But not for Goron. And Uncle Benti showing you what the button look like. You understand me? So please learn, yeah? And that was it, guys. I said 9 medals at the start of the championship, and I said for Brata, it will be 11. Not 10, so it's either 9 or 11. I have one more to get my 9. We're getting that tomorrow for sure. And I hope that we can have 2 medals tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get 3 medals. That will take it to my 11, because I started at 12. I think I made my way down to 10, but may I go with 11?
Yeah?
I had 10, and I'm sticking with my 10.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sticking with my 10.
Well, well, that goes, guys. Please to comment the relay orders for all the relays. So for the 4x4 men and women, and for the 4x1 women, tell us your leg placements and all these things. Just want to say thank you to my panelists, Tiffany, Wong,
Yeah.
and
I love that little chair. Yeah.
also Shaqueal O'Neal Benti, founder of Stadium 876. Also, thank you to my production team, John Mark Prince and Everett Webster, also Giovanni Lewin. Yes, and to my sponsors, Domos Windows and Doors, Tack Bar, Bridge Official, and Mark's Superstore. Thank you, guys. We're going to see you tomorrow. We do have the spaces tonight as well on X. Yeah, so here we go.